Hey there, friends. It's Annie Piguero, your soul finder, passion finder, and alignment coach. What is happening? I love seeing you guys here as you pop on. If you could just tell me where on this beautiful planet you are. I love seeing you here in the comments and letting me know where you're at. And I want to give a special shout out to the first person that recognizes the different thing that we have going on here today. So, do you see something different? Do you notice something different around here? Tell me right in the comments. What is the different thing that you see? Okay? I can't wait to see these. So, you guys, we have Discover Moon Magic Week coming up. It's next week. I get so many messages from people asking me questions about the moon because I love posting about the moon in my stories and here on my Facebook and Instagram. And so I'm like, why don't I just create Moon Magic Week so you can learn all about this in 1 week in super condensed and in easy place. So I've got that coming up. Just go right here and you can sign up for it. It's totally free and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking in the comments. I'm waiting for someone to tell me what is different. What is different? Tell me what is different over here. Do you see anything different? I can't even look. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna carry on with this really great broadcast that I have for you guys today. I want to completely smash this common belief that I see time and time again with women that I work with people that I talk with it's a belief that I had myself, and I want to shine light on it. I want to expose it. I want to grab it, and I want to no, I'm not violent at all. If you know me, you're like, she's intense. So, okay, I want to shine light on this common belief that people have, okay? And I want to give you 3 things that you can do instead. 3 things that you can do instead. So the first person also that tells me what is different about this is going to get a virtual high five. I'm like, do you not see it? Can you tell what's different? This is fun. I don't see. Nobody's telling me. All right. So here's the belief. Are you ready? Because I'm a mom, I have to put everything that I've ever wanted to do, to be, and everything. Emily says quarantine bangs. That's right. Yes, I've got quarantine bangs. And Lily also got quarantine bangs. You know, when I see all these posts, I'm like, I would never cut quarantine bangs. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, this morning I woke up and I'm like, give me the scissors. I'm cutting the quarantine bangs. I love them. I love these quarantine bangs. Did you get some? Thanks, Emily, for noticing the quarantine bangs. So fun. I just needed something different. And I used to be a person that could not have the bangs touching my face, but I really like them. My husband, he didn't notice. And Lily's like, Daddy, do you notice anything different about us? So it was a good learning opportunity for Lily. I'm like, Lily, you gotta really just show Daddy what the different thing is. Thanks, Emily. Emily's like, quarantine bags, yeah. All right, anyway. So, okay, the belief is because I'm a mom, because I'm a caregiver, because I take care of people, because, I've got all these other things going on, I have to put my thing, my desires, my goals, my dreams, my heart, my soul, like everything on the back burner. And if you're like, well, maybe that's me, I don't know, kind of, just take a look at if you're feeling like stifled in any way, or if you're feeling like your flame is not glowing as bright as it could. All right, and just be real honest. Be real friggin' honest with yourself, because I know that if you're like me, you walk around saying, oh, it's fine, I'm fine, I'll just do that later. Or my husband, he's even said, well, now's not the time for this. Now is this time that we have to do X, Y, and Z. And by the time you come to, years have passed. Okay, so let this be a giant wake-up call for you. Boom! A wake-up call for you to be able to give yourself permission to shine light on those things, ways of being, anything that you have inside of yourself, inside of your heart, inside of your soul, that you've been putting on the back burner because of X, Y, and Z, whatever reason it is for you. It might be different. It's different for everybody, but whatever reason it is that you've been putting these things on the back burner, I want you to expose it right now. And you don't have to expose it here with me or anything, but just expose it for yourself. All right. And as we go on here, I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do right now, this week, over the next couple of days, to change this belief, to slowly get rid of this belief, no longer hold on to this belief that is holding you back and keeping you stuck from living your true heart passions, the reason why you've been put on this planet. So if you're like, yeah, that sounds awesome, but no more buts, no more any of that, okay? And what if you're like, yeah, but I have a newborn baby. Okay, I get it. I get it. You have a newborn baby. But there are other ways. You don't have to hustle till you drop or work till your eyeballs bleed or create this, thing, whatever. But there are ways that you can still shine, that your light can still shine. You don't have to be in completion mode, or not completion, depletion. You don't have to be in a state of depletion because you are in a certain stage of your life, like newborn baby stage. Okay, I get it. I was there. And I wish that I had somebody to tell me these things when I was in newborn baby time of life. I felt that I had to work till my eyeballs bleed. I felt that I had, thank you for the heart. Thank you, Chanel. Thank you. I felt that I had to work till my eyeballs bled. I felt that I had to stay up all night because I was trying to create this thing. Well, really what I should have been doing was just sleeping and snuggling my babies, right? So, yeah, looking back. But again, let's shine light. Let's shine light on some of these things. So, I wanna go further into some of these beliefs, and then I'm going to give you some things that you can do right away. So another belief that you might have is that my ideas aren't good enough. Who would want to listen to this crazy idea that I have? My ideas aren't good enough. Or this idea that I have has already been done. People are already doing the idea that I have, and they're already doing it. They're already gajillionaires doing this thing. What are some other things? Oh, I don't have time. Sometimes I get excited, like things fly off. Like, I don't have time. I don't have time to do this because I have to do, all these other things. I wear all these other, hats and scarves in my life, and I can't do this because I don't have time. These are just manifestations of our limiting beliefs. These are just the things that are keeping you comfortable, keeping you stuck, keeping you in this protective bubble of that you have created around yourself. And I've had some women get very angry at me for shining light in this area and for saying that. And what can I do? I know that if it was me, I want that light shined upon. And most of the time, like, people's initial reaction might be like, don't tell me that. I don't have time, or you don't have this or that going on in your life. And I challenge you, is that something that you are holding on to as a belief so you can stay in this comfortable place that you've created for yourself? Because shining light can be very uncomfortable. It can be very scary. It can feel very exposed, naked, all of those things. Yes, it can. It can. I was there. Trust me, I was there. And, again, if I wish that I had somebody to shine this light on the things for me. So, there is another way. There's another way of operating. There's another way of going through your day-to-day life and not holding on to these limiting beliefs, and some thought loops that you can go into, some different ways of talking to yourself in your own head that you can do, that you can start to do right now. And one of those things, just very simple. One of those things is to go right here and to go into that and get yourself into there, because that we're going to be talking about all this stuff, plus planning your life with the energy of the moon, which is so fun. So one of the things that you can do before Discover Moon Magic Week even begins is, number one, journal. And you're like, journaling. Okay, everybody tells me to journal. Listen, I'm not asking you to keep a friggin' diary, okay? I'm not asking you to write, your manifesto or anything like that. All I'm asking you to do is to get a little notebook and just bullet point down some things. A brain dump, a mind map, whatever you want to call it. Just get the things out of your head and onto paper there, and do it with pen or pencil and paper. There's something very magical about that writing process, and about getting it from your head into your hand and onto the paper, and then seeing it on paper. The quarantine bangs are like touching my face. You guys, once I got eyelashes, and this is what I explained to Lily. I don't know if my husband can hear me. I can hear him out there. And he didn't notice. And I like put my eyelashes on his cheek, and I was like flopping them around like this. I'm like, he's like, is something different with your eyelashes? I'm like, do you think? Do you think so? No, nothing at all. But the bangs, we definitely had to tell him. We had to tell him that we cut the bangs. Right, Daddy? He goes, mm-hmm. Anyway, okay, the journaling. Yeah, just writing some, but see how it's like just one chunk? Maybe I need like some hairspray. I think I need hairspray. Just writing some things down, bullet point, like to getting these things out. And even if you have to write the negative things down on paper, it gets them out of your head. If you've ever been like a student of like you don't want to write the negative things down. I'm gonna go with the opposite. I'm gonna say, you know what? If you have to write these negative things down, write it down. Write it down and then look at it. Look at it on your paper and then burn it, or put it in the ocean and but don't litter. Put it back up in your bucket. But I find power in writing the things down and then ripping it up. There's something very powerful in doing that, and it's okay. Like personally, I didn't want, for myself, I didn't want to even see it on paper, or like my goals. I didn't like the goals were too scary and big. I didn't even want to write them down, because then there they are. They're there on paper. Then I have to look at them. But I'm going to challenge you, encourage you to take some time to do a simple journaling activity where you can get the things onto paper and go through that journaling process, because it's pretty spectacular. The number two thing that's going to help you kind of replace this thought loop of not being enough, or not being worthy, or I'm a mom because I'm a mom, so I can't do all of these things right now. I have to put everything on hold, my whole life on hold, because I'm a mom. Just breathe. Okay, the number two thing is just breathe. Breathe for a minute. Like, these are simple things. These are not earth-shattering things that I'm asking you to do. Just take a minute, step back, get yourself together, and breathe and focus. And whenever I find myself really in a place where I can allow breath to flow through my body, rejuvenate my system, my intentions and my intentional activities come to the surface, and I can move forward in a more focused way. So, and what I mean by that is, when we're going, and we're really not going here in like quarantine mode, but maybe you are. Maybe you're like, I have to clean, I have to organize, I have to get ready for this move, I have to school the children, I have to cook the dinner. We could still we could still find ways to go and go and go. So when you take a moment, you step back, you do some breathing, it's easier to move forward with intentional activities, with things that we know are going to let our light shine our light. And because when we shine, then our children shine, everybody around us feels that beautiful light that we bring into the space, that you bring into the space. So I encourage breath. Okay, I encourage breath work. I have some really beautiful people within our community that I love to recommend to you, to really go deeper with your breathing and being intentional with your breath, and using breath to kind of to clear your energy and to help you lead with your heart and with your soul. So the number three, we're on number three now. The number three activity that I would like to recommend for you to replace these thought loops that we all go through, that I don't have enough time, I'm an imposter, I'm not worthy, I'm a mom, so I can't do these things right now. The number three thing that I'd like to recommend to you is to be. Be the person who makes the decision to journal, to breathe, and to live from your heart center, and live in a way that your kids, that you can be like, yes, I'm living my best life. Okay, I'm leading with my heart. I'm moving, and we all definitely have dragon mommy moments. I mean, definitely, absolutely. But no, we're not going to beat ourselves up about it. We're just going to be, instead of constantly trying to do. You can't do your way out of feeling stuck. You just can't. You can ask Chanel, you can ask Emily, you can ask any of the ladies that I've worked with personally, and doing your way out of feeling stuck is just, it's just not possible. Okay, I could give you a whole list of activities, but if you're still feeling like the limiting beliefs are still very, very loud inside of your head, it's going to be really challenging for you to move forward in your life, to move beyond this place of being stuck, to operate at a higher level of being, at a higher level of self. And if you're like, oh my gosh, this is a little bit much, fine. It's totally fine. Join us right here. Go to anniepagaro.com, because that's where the beautiful stuff is going to happen all next week. We're going to go deeper into this, and if we're going to make it clear and easy, and it's going to be something that you're going to walk away from and say, oh, I feel so light, I feel so connected and balanced, and yes, I'm still a mom, I'm still serving these amazing little people, and I'm still a wife, and I'm still taking care of all the people, but now everything feels more clear. So right here is where I encourage you to go, so we can dig a little bit deeper into these things next week. So journal, breathe, and be. Thank you for the heart. I really appreciate that. Oh, hi. Thanks, you guys. So as you're watching the replay, just tell me that you're watching us on the replay. Give me a hashtag replay. Tell me where on this beautiful planet you are. And if you want to shine some light on yourself and in some of your limits, just tell us right down here, because I like being able to give you a place to put these things. So if you're like, okay, I know that I really want to do and be this, but I'm struggling because X, Y, and Z. Like, just put it right here. Put it right down here, and we can have a chat about it. And make it fun, because when you shine light on it, it doesn't feel as heavy, and it's easier to replace these beliefs that we have created, these beliefs to be truths in our life, and they're not. They're not truths. They are not truths. They're just beliefs that you're holding on to because it keeps you comfortable. It goes back to the safety. You want to stay safe in this bubble, whatever this bubble is for you. and shining light is uncomfortable and it doesn't feel safe. So I encourage you, boom, to shine the light and do it right here with us, because having a community and a place that you're going to be able to shine the light in a safe spot just feels a whole heck of a lot better than sitting at home when you can't hang out with anyone, sitting at your kitchen table or sitting in bed with your journal and trying to shine light by yourself. Okay, so let's do this thing together. Thank you guys tons for watching. Thank you so very much. Thanks for noticing my quarantine bangs, Emily. I really like it. It's fun. It's different. I don't have the forehead glare. It's fun. Oh, okay, you guys, right down here, Discover Moon Magic Week coming up May 25th through 29th. Go to AnniePiguero.com, sign up there. It's free, it's fun. We're going to do a lot of cool activities and go deeper into all this stuff plus more. I'll see you guys. I'm going to go live later on this week. I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.